Welcome back. We can bring you more now on Babajide Sanwo-Olu's declaration of his interest in the governorship ticket of the All Progressives Congress here in Lagos State. Our correspondent Olu Phillips reports.
The race is on. Call time is February 2019. But before you think that's a long time, well, politicians and members of the public seeking elective positions are already making every day count, despite having 5 months ahead of them. When the news started filtering in some weeks back that incumbent governor of Lagos State, Mr. Akinwumi-Ambode's second coming isn't going to be a walk in the park, it threw up many conjectures. This may be an explanation to all the questions raised. It's a gathering of party members from the All Progressives Congress in Lagos, local council chairmen, supporters and well-wishers as they are here to cheer the latest aspirant who is eyeing the government house in Lagos State. And that's the man who wants the job of the current governor if voters decide so. It surely will be an interesting race ahead with the prospect of more than a candidate from the APC going in for the #1 job in Lagos. Olu Phillips, Channels Television News.
In sports news, two-time African champions Enyimba this evening held their hosts, Rayon Sports of Rwanda, to a goalless draw in the first leg of their CAF Confederations Cup quarter-final clash at the Stade Nyamirambo, Kigali. Rayon Sports dominated the game in the first half but found the Ifeanyi Anemina-led defense too strong to break down. Enyimba took control of the game in the second half but were let down by their profligacy in front of goal. The return leg will take place on Sunday next week at the Enyimba International Stadium in Aba. In the English Premier League, West Ham has halted their disastrous start of the season with a first Premier League win under Manuel Pellegrini as they outplayed Everton in a lively contest at Goodison Park. Andriy Yarmolenko's first half double saw them beat Everton 3-1. The Toffees were unbeaten under new manager Marco Silva before today's match, but had only won once. They will regret the handful of individual errors and missed chances that was ultimately the difference between the two sides. Victory lifts the Hammers up to 16th, with Burnley taking their place at the bottom of the table after losing 1-0 at Wolves earlier in the day. Everton are now 10th with 6 points from their first 5 games. In Motorsports, Mercedes F1 driver Lewis Hamilton has extended his World Championship lead to 40 points with a consummate victory of the Singapore Grand Prix. Faultless and supreme, Hamilton defied the hot and humid conditions to keep his cool to beat Red Bull's Max Verstappen to his 69th Formula One win. Hamilton's victory with Sebastian Vettel third behind Verstappen extended the Britain's advantage over the German in the championship to 40 points with 6 races and a maximum of 150 points remaining.
We had a great start. the team have just never given up faith and belief in me and in Valtteri and in our ability. And it was a real blessing. It was a long race.
Yeah, it was not bad. Shame from the first lap, but you can clearly see we missed top speed. But from there on, I think the team had a great strategy, so we could get back into second and basically did our own race, tried to follow Lewis a little bit, and at the end we knew that second was going to be the result, so you just bring it home.
Deputy Prime Minister and Coordinating Minister for National Security. Well done to Lewis Hamilton.
Raging at winds up to 100 miles per hour, Typhoon Mangkhut has hit China's most populous province, Guangdong. The typhoon made landfall on the Chinese coast near Jianmen City this afternoon. Mangkhut came all the way from the Philippines, where it has left at least 59 people dead. The super typhoon brought torrential rain and gale that uprooted trees after landing in Guangdong, south of China. It had already made landfall on the coast of Jianmen City, packing winds of up to 162 kilometers per hour and bringing with it torrential rain. Waters at a local wharf surged, expanded and became torrential rain amid the extreme typhoon, which is considered the strongest to land in China this year. Gale brought by Mangkhut also broke and even uprooted trees and destroyed various structures in Guangdong. The Eye of Mangkhut, the Thai name for Southeast Asia's mangosteen fruit, skirted 100 kilometers south of Hong Kong, but the former British colony was still caught in the typhoon's swirling bands of rain and gale force winds. Hong Kong raises highest number 10 typhoon signal mid-morning as ferocious winds uprooted trees and smashed windows in offices and residential buildings, some of which swayed in the gusts. While more than 2 million people have had to relocate in China, Mangkhut has left a trail of destruction in the northern Philippines, causing flash floods and landslides, and leaving at least 60 people dead, among them a baby and a toddler. Away from the foreign scene, but back in Nigeria, Ekiti State Governor Ayodele Fayose has described the placement of his name on the watch list of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission as nothing to worry about. Governor Ayodele Fayose, who accused the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission of putting his name on a watch list, describes the move as not only political but petty. The governor says he is willing to answer any questions the anti-graft agency may have for him when he leaves office. He denies claim that he plans to fly out of the country as soon as his tenure ends and insists that despite intimidation by the EFCC, he will remain in the PDP. And the main news again. Several communities in Kogi State have been ravaged by floods as residents have lost their homes and sources of livelihood. Meanwhile, the National Emergency Management Agency has inaugurated 5 emergency operation centers nationwide to cater to the 12 states that have been worst hit by flood in the country. That's the news at 10 tonight. Thanks for watching. I am Amarachi Ubani.